everybody, it's Teresa here. So in today's video, I'm gonna answer some of the common questions around intuitive eating. And as always, if you like this video, please give this video a like and also subscribe to my channel and come follow me on my Instagram account because I post more content there. So yeah, let's get started with today's video. So firstly, what is the intuitive eating? Intuitive eating means that you listen and trust your body to guide you how to eat. You follow the internal cues and signals from your body instead of the external rules and truths about eating that come from that culture. But this doesn't mean that everybody can be intuitive eaters overnight. At first, you need to go through a recovery period. You need to stop all dieting, all restriction, both physically to stop dieting, but also mentally to stop thinking like a dieter. You need to make this physical and mental shift away from diet culture to heal your body and also your mind from the damage dieting has done. And then over time, we can go back to intuitive eating, where we can eat when hungry and stop when full without effort or willpower. And most importantly, we will have the food freedom and a healthy relationship to food. And if you're currently maybe just starting this path, you come from dieting or any disordered eating or eating disorders, I really recommend you to read my book, because here I explain everything you have to do step by step to fully recover. And also the last chapter in my book is all about the intuitive eating. And also check out the online courses on my website. All the links will be in the description. So now I will answer some of the most common questions about intuitive eating. Firstly, is it okay to eat when not hungry? Yes, of course. It's so normal sometimes to eat when you're not hungry, because intuitive eating has to fit into your life. Your life shouldn't fit around the intuitive eating, because in everyday life we often can't plan absolutely all situations. Different unexpected things happen, and we shouldn't feel like we have to micromanage our eating or eat perfectly. Perfectionism with eating is actually part of the diet mentality, and most definitely this doesn't fit into the intuitive eating. In real life, all kinds of situations may happen when you eat when you're not hungry, and it's totally fine and normal. Let's say you ate your dinner and then you went out with a friend. You maybe thought that you were just going out for drinks, but she expected that you're gonna have dinner together. So what do you do in this kind of situation? And this can go in so many ways depending on like what you feel is best for you at each moment. There are no rules or no shoes or only one way to act, because maybe you would choose to eat something for the sake of company. If you're genuinely not as hungry, maybe you choose to eat something lighter, or you have a dessert, or have some kind of like a smaller meal, or maybe you would just eat something because you don't want them to be eating alone, or maybe you choose to eat something because something from the menu sounds delicious even though you're not particularly physically hungry. And I have done something like this so many times, and it really is not a big deal. Or maybe another scenario, let's say you wake up in the morning, you're not hungry, but you know you have to go to work. Maybe you're gonna be busy with meetings for like good few hours, and the lunch is several hours away. So in this case, I would still eat something to prevent getting hungry later when I don't have time to eat. And just the other weekend, I went to skiing with my dad, and we woke up before 8 a.m., which is quite early for me for a weekend. So I wasn't actually hungry for my breakfast yet. But of course, we ate something anyway because we had many hours of skiing coming up. And he also said something like, we have to eat like a large meal or something to have fuel for later. And I talked to him, and he also said that sometimes he eats just to prevent getting hungry later. And he's a normal eater, like he's always been a normal eater. So in real life, there are so many different scenarios and so many unexpected things that can happen. And eating sometimes when not hungry is the best choice in a moment, and it really is not a big deal. It's just called normal eating. Next, will intuitive eating help me lose weight? So when you are an intuitive eater, after coming from maybe the dieting or restricting or years of disordered eating or maybe eating disorders, then really depending on your past and what condition your body is at, some people may lose weight, some people may gain weight, some people may actually stay pretty much the same weight. It's so individual, and for sure I cannot tell you if you will lose weight, gain weight, or what exactly will happen in your body when you're an intuitive eater. But generally, if you come from dieting, you come from under eating, restricting, compensating calories, you did all of that to suppress your weight, to keep your weight down, then it is very likely that if you start to finally listen to your body, not restrict, not try to control your food, then you will gain weight. It doesn't mean something is wrong. It just means your previous weight was suppressed. It wasn't healthy or sustainable. It wasn't natural for your body. But some people may lose weight with intuitive eating. Maybe in their eating disorder, they were constantly binge eating, overeating. And now with intuitive eating, they finally have no hunger cues. They eat when hungry, stop when full, more balanced hormones, faster metabolism, better digestion. So yeah, some people may end up losing weight. But again, this is highly individual and it won't happen to everybody because everybody has their unique body weight set points, individual body shapes and sizes that is mostly determined by their genetic makeup. And losing weight is not always like a sign of improvement and better health. Just the same way as weight gain is not always a sign of worsening of your health or a sign that something is wrong. And some people also stay at the same weight when they're intuitive eaters. We are all different and it really depends on your diet history and what condition your body was in when you started recovery and intuitive eating. So yeah, intuitive eating doesn't always mean that you either gain weight or lose weight, but sometimes you can also stay at the same weight you already were. But focusing on your weight or focusing on losing weight definitely doesn't fit with intuitive eating because it really interferes with you listening and trusting your body. Because intuitive eating is an internal process. You listen to your body to guide you how to eat, not watching the number on a scale and letting this dictate how much you should eat or what you should eat, because that is just called dieting. So if you want to be an intuitive eater, it's really important that you let go of this weight focus. And I have talked more about this and I can link my video about intuitive eating will not work for you if you have this mindset. So watch that video to learn more. So next, how to stop eating when full. So many people don't expect that first they need to go through recovery. They expect to be able to eat when hungry, stop when full as soon as they stop dieting, but that is not realistic. Stopping dieting is definitely the first step, but there are so many other steps to recover from disordered eating and diet mentality in order to be able to eat intuitively. For example, if you go through a phase of under eating, over exercising, you are not in energy balance, then you will most likely go through something called extreme hunger in your recovery. Extreme hunger feels very similar to binge eating, but it's not. It's just a reaction to previous food deprivation. It's very normal. It's not just binging, but it's just your body's way to recover and restore itself after being restricted for so long. But as you keep eating and you allow yourself to eat food unconditionally, then over time your hunger cues will normalize. And then you will be able to stop eating when full naturally and without having to use any control or willpower. And many people don't consider that even just the diet mentality can mess up your hunger cues and make you binge eat and overeat and feel out of control with foods. Because your body and your mind are so much connected. And if you still don't allow yourself to eat food with enjoyment, you still have this good and bad foods mindset, you still criticize and judge yourself for eating something, then it still signals deprivation to your brain and it can affect your hunger cues pretty much the same way restrictive dieting does. So healing from this diet mentality is another key to be able to eat normally and to stop eating when full naturally and without effort. So this is it for today's video. There will be the second part to this Q&A about intuitive eating, and I will post that video very soon, so please stay tuned and please like this video and also subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.